And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. Houston has been named in the top 3 for the best barbecue in a poll by LawnStarter.com. Now, joining us to talk about it, the ranking is LawnStarter editor Kimberly McGurl. Kimberly, it is barbecue season, barbecue time here in the city of Houston and around the country because of the 4th of July. Many people will be out doing their own barbecue. But you guys came out with an interesting poll where we are top ranked, not number 1, but in the top ranks of barbecue cities here in this country.
Yes.
Yes. Tell us about that.
So Houston came in at number 3 for our ranking. Top in our ranking was Kansas City. That's not a big surprise.
Yeah, always Kansas City. I'm so tired of Kansas City.
It's big, but when you think barbecue, you think the South. I know I do. So we got Memphis there. Austin was also up there in the rankings at number 7, but Houston took it for Texas.
All right, number 3 in that spot. And of course, we know Memphis in May and a huge barbecue fest and a huge barbecue community there. Now, they're more pork barbecue while we're beef here in Texas. And of course, Texans love their beef. And I lived in Memphis for a long time. Could never get into the pork thing. But anyway, so what went into this poll to decide who would be ranked number 1, 2, and 3, or completely ranked in this list? What are some of the factors?
So we looked at access, consumer satisfaction, how are they rating the barbecue joints and smokehouses in the area? Competition awards was a big one. Whether the city hosts barbecue festivals. So we had 20 metrics in total, but we combined them into access, quality, competition awards, elite barbecue memberships. So whether they're a member of it's Kansas City Barbecue Society, sort of thing, and then hosting. So the competitions.
Excellent. And of course, would the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, the cook-off, would that be considered like a festival or a big event where it would be counted in your poll?
Absolutely. That one fell into competition awards. So whether they had won, somebody had won in the city of Houston for that competition. And then obviously we included, Memphis in May, and then the Jack Daniels competition too. But yes, Houston's competition was definitely included in there.
And of course, in Houston, we have a lot of barbecue joints, a lot of barbecue restaurants. When you took a look at some of those restaurants, how big of a role did they play in Houston getting high up there in the ranking?
They absolutely played a huge role. So Houston actually ranked first in the number of barbecue vendors. So
yes,
you guys had the most barbecue vendors. And I think you ranked 4th for smokehouses. Mm-hmm. But, smokehouse and barbecue are kind of interchangeable. It's just how they're being presented on the source. So really, you guys ranked number 1 for just, how many joints there really are just in the city.
Great. And of course, once again, Houston was number 3 in the entire country, and Austin was number 7. Number 1 on the list, of course, Kansas City, and number 2, Memphis, 2 very big barbecue cities. So we're glad to get behind those guys next time. Maybe next year we'll be number 1. We'll have to see. Kimberly McGurl with LawnStarter, the editor there. Thank you so much for joining us here on The Factor Uncensored tonight. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
And speaking of barbecue in Houston, The Factor is hosting its second annual barbecue contest, cooking contest, which airs on the 4th of July at 10:30 p.m. Here's a little preview for you. When you take a look, were you surprised at some of the things that may have been brought out here today?
Oh, yeah, 100%. I know you've talked about bringing stuff back, and we're a huge family in the barbecue community, and so it's not like we steal each other's ideas, but we definitely feed off of each other. So having a taste of all around the city, I'm proud of what we do and what we produce as a city here in Houston, Texas.
And that's going to be Thursday night. It's going to be great. And Malia Carruthers will be selling pork chop sandwiches after the show here at Fox 26.